Hey guys, thanks for watching Stoner's Paradise podcast. It's hosted by Rocket Genetics. We're your guests today. I'm Laura.
Hey guys, my name's Lauren.
So we came down to the 420 bank around, I think, 2021. Like around then, 2020, 2021. I don't know.
Maybe 22.
Whatever.
One
One of those years.
One of the
And
20s.
we hit up the dab bar in here and we were like, this is one of the coolest places.
We also found this place by accident. We just came here, like we were walking on the street and we were like, oh, dispensary, that's awesome. And then we walked in here and it was like the craziest fucking world in here ever. And you can like actually smoke inside.
It was our first dispensary lounge.
Like, what the fuck? Like that's not like we've never seen that like before where you could actually like smoke inside the dispensary.
Very first
smoke
dispensary lounge that we ever been to, and we were like, I could not even believe that places like this exist.
Yeah.
And so we hit up the dab bar. We had the greatest time, and we were like, we need to come back here next year. We didn't end up making it, but
or the year after.
Yeah, or the year after.
That's life.
But this summer, we decided to make a plan to come down here, and we did today. So we popped in today. We bought some wax, taking some dabs, as one does.
As one does. We're just chilling.
And as we mentioned earlier, the greatest things happen on accident. We ended up being on this podcast today to explain to you guys how awesome the 420 Bank is and how awesome smoking weed is. Basically, so we're going to take a hit of this joint that we got from Rocket Genetics today.
Yeah.
It's actually Roller's Delight pre-rolls. These are great. These are infused. They have some nice infused shake too. It's pretty good. All right, y'all.
It's going to be the antithesis of anti-drug propaganda. We're just gonna, I don't know. I think I started smoking weed when I was like heavily, like 16 or 17. I don't know. I probably started smoking recreationally, like younger than that. Like, of course, like a joint here or there with friends, probably when I was like 15 or so. And the first time I smoked a joint, which came with this lighter, I was tripping out for like ever after because I kept smelling my fingers because I was like, dude, they smell like chicken or something. Like it was like
crazy.
The burnt paper, but I don't know, because joints like still smell kind of funky, but also it was like whatever the fuck you were smoking when you're 15, right? So like I don't know, it was probably strange shit anyway. Yeah.
Then we graduated high school in 2020, and so we finally got our med cards, and that's when we started smoking like every day. And we started shopping at Culture Cannabis Club. They had like the greatest deals and just lots of shit going on. And then I turned 21, and I started working there. So I work at the one in Long Beach. It's so fun. It's a great time. We always still have great deals going on. Have lots of events that go on. And basically now I smoke more than ever. And I can go through probably like an ounce a week, if not more. It's I thought working at a dispensary I would pace myself, but it's the opposite because I'm getting all of those fun free goodies. So now I'm smoking way more, but it's the greatest thing. I think the greatest thing I've learned from working at a dispensary is how many people smoke and how many people enjoy marijuana. I think it should be shared.
Crowd too.
Yeah, it like everyone's grandma, everyone's moms, daughters, sons, like they're all using it for all kinds of reasons too, to have fun, for medical reasons, I just think everyone loves marijuana and it does so many great things for everyone. And I just have such a great time with it. Yeah.
Why did you start smoking?
I started smoking for fun. Like you said, around like 16 with friends. I would do it every once in a while. And then when I turned 18 around quarantine, got that med card, it was COVID, so I had nothing to do but be home.
That's
and I was
really
like, and I was like, I need to smoke all day. And then we started hanging out and we would just smoke all day and we would just listen to music. We would talk about anything. That's the greatest thing about having smoke sessions with people. You will go from talking about your favorite show to talking about the deepest like world problems or, you know, like your past experiences. Like it's so awesome how you can talk about anything while smoking. And it brings up all of these ideas and topics. And yeah, I started smoking heavily at 18 just for fun too, but then I started to use it a lot for my anxiety and it helped a lot. And now I couldn't imagine life without it. And I use it I give it to my parents. They use it, they use balms for their arthritis. My mom will use pills whenever she can't smoke. So she'll use pills that'll help. The THC pills are great. And I love my bong rips. I miss when we had a 3-foot bong. It was so iconic.
Not even fuck.
We would put the little dab nail right on top and we would take dabs off of it. And it was so fun. I miss those days so bad. And our dab days, I personally had a whole year where I was like only smoking wax. That was kind of crazy because my tolerance went way too high.
Yeah, that was crazy.
My tolerance skyrocketed a little. But now I do it all.
Wait. I need to comment on this dab era. Like, okay, you know when you smoke out of certain kinds of rigs. I don't know all my terminology, but I believe like most kinds of rigs, they have this little thing that collects like reclaim when you take dabs, like the wax, like little drips of the wax. But like, okay, I don't know what things are, but it's
you
just
guys
like
know
it's
what
like,
we're talking
you
about.
guys know what we're talking about, right? But it's like low key, like it's like not the best part of it, but it's like a really potent part of it, but it's a really harsh part of it.
It's like the natural resin that builds up in the bottom, you know?
Whenever we like run out of wax, like it would like we would just like I would save that shit in a jar on the side, and then it was kind of bad. Like us and like our
times
closest
got
friends
hard.
at the time, we would like
anyone
we
want a
called
resin
it,
dab?
like drugging each other, but it was like completely consensual, like drugging each other. Like I swear, we would just like sneak like I don't know, like the crazier wax, or like we would like pack a bowl and then we like pack like a diamond inside the bowl and like not tell somebody, or like if we were gonna give specifically Laura a dab or a hit, we would make it like as crazy as humanly possible because she just has this like extreme talent to just take like the largest, fattiest, milkiest, darkest of hits in a bong and a rig. We mostly smoke bongs, so if you've seen me fighting for my life over here with this joint, please forgive me, okay? Anyway, so we would just like sneak like the reclaim or some shit in there, and like we would just smoke anything. Laura also smoked ash at the time. Like,
that was crazy. That was crazy to admit that.
I'm sorry.
No, listen. We've all been there. You see, what's up? You see your little ashtray, and you see that there's still some little green specks in there. Come on. So of course I'm gonna reuse that. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. We've all been there. But yeah, basically, we have been through it all. I didn't even know you had to clean your bong when I first bought it. It was like 2 months. My friend was like, "Hey, how come you can't see through it?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Yeah, so been through that too, but I clean it now. Don't worry. Yeah, I seriously can't imagine. There was a time where I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to chill on how much I smoke. Maybe it's getting a little crazy. But no, I'm accepting that I just have a really crazy high tolerance. Yeah. And I just love, I wake up, I have to smoke. I'm going to walk to the kitchen. Might as well smoke a bowl first.
I just will.
You know? I'm going to go take the trash out.
Guys, we're also
so much better
hitting
like
we
first.
Didn't say that when we introduced ourselves. We didn't say that we were roommates. When
oh my God, yeah. We're roommates.
We live together now.
We're roommates, y'all. So anything I bring home from work, I'm like, bestie, we got to smoke this right now. I won this Heavy Hitters bottle. It was a Heavy Hitters infused THC drink. I think it was like 1,000 milligrams or something. It was the Acapulco Gold. How do you pronounce it? I think it was that. And I won that at work for selling the most for this one event that we had. And it was insane. I brought that home and I was like, you will not believe what I just won at work today. Because that bottle was selling for like $200. Yeah. And I was like, no way. So yeah, we've won some really fun things. And something we had to talk about. We were smoking we were taking dabs off of like regular old rigs, and then when we moved in together, we bought a Puffco. We bought
This
the
needs to be talked
Puffco.
about.
We bought a Puffco, and they're cool. I get it. And they're try to be safer for your lungs, but I was not getting high.
No.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but I can't get a good milk off of it. I personally was disappointed. I was like, I missed the old rig.
Yeah, we need to know if we're doing it wrong or if we're just like sick and we're used to like and prefer the burn of like the original
Yeah.
like rig and the torch. Because listen, I wanted a Puffco so damn bad. Like I wanted it so bad because I was so convinced that the e-rig was gonna be like really nice and smooth. And don't get me wrong, it is. And just like I don't know, make the whole experience really easy. It's $400. Okay, we split it, but we
No,
spent
guys,
$400
low-key regret
on
it.
this rig. Why?
I want that $60 rig
Guys,
back.
Instead of buying furniture for our apartment, we spent $400 on this rig.
We needed to smoke.
And we use it like we've used it so infrequently because
We barely use it, y'all.
sorry, there's a siren and it freaked me out. We barely use it because you go to hit it and it's just like you think you packed the biggest dab like you've ever seen because you're like, oh, I got it, and then like nothing happens. And I just mean like nothing happens. Like it's not like a super milky hit. Can you taste it better? Yeah. Do you have to pace yourself? Yeah.
But it's not even just that it's, smoother for you. So you're like, oh, maybe it'll kick in a minute. It
don't
never
feel
kicks
it. You
in.
don't feel it.
Like downstairs, they had it at a perfect temperature. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I don't know if it's hitting. Oh, girl, it was hitting.
Girl.
It just was very smooth on your lungs and it was healthy for you. And it hit after a minute, which is what it's supposed to do. With the Puffco, it was smooth, but it just never kicked in. And I was like, where is it going?
Yeah, where's it going? Because sometimes that happens with like a bong rip, and you're like, where
Yeah.
the fuck did it go? But you feel it later in life.
But I've
with
heard the Carta is good too. That's like very similar to a Puffco. I've heard those are like comparable. I'm not too sure, but
don't know,
I miss the old rig.
don't care.
Yeah.
Over it. Miss
But
the original
we
rig.
should get another 3-foot bong again. Maybe a bigger one. I saw a bigger one downstairs. I was like, whoa.
There's some crazy shit downstairs.
Again, why we love this place. This is probably one of the greatest places to be. We just found out that they do like birthday parties and stuff.
Oh my god.
I don't know why we've never done that.
Well, we live 2 hours away.
Yeah, I know, but we've like come on our birthdays before.
true.
So I'm like, might as well just do that. We came this time just for fun, for a little vacation, little girls trip. And we were like, the first thing we need to do is go to 420 Bank.
Yeah, it is
And
the first thing.
We got here today.
We got here a couple hours ago. Like,
So yeah.
speaking of bong rip, since we still are, one time I made Laura take a 21-second bong rip, and she did it, and it was really cool. And I thought it was really epic.
Yeah.
And she also does these like, tell them about your reviews.
Basically I love taking bong rips, and now that I work at a dispensary, I get to try all these new brands, and I think it's really fun, and I get to follow them on Instagram and like tag them, and I think it's really cool. So I'll like get new stuff at work, like new stuff by Blem or CBX or any brand, and I'll just go home and I'll go on Instagram and I'll take a little bong rip, and I've stopped where I'll just take a little hit. No, I'll light the whole bowl, and it's fun, but it's gotten bad because I'll go through so much weed. But I love it. I'm not changing it. So yeah, I'll take like really long bong rips. I'll like FaceTime my sister and be like, "Can I take a bong rip for you?" And she's like, "Can you like be fast though?" Because I just take forever.
But it's like her love language.
I love taking bong rips for people. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Please let me take a hit for you."
Like,
So yeah, it's my favorite thing. One time they had me take we tried to do a full gram dab in one dab, but I just could do the half gram. And so yeah, basically we love smoking, and we together, I'll ask Lauren, I'll be like, "Hey, can you take a bong rip on Instagram with me?" If you guys ever want to see our little reviews together, my Instagram is Laura Andrews J, and then
mine is Lauren dot like the period Vance. Mine's really simple.
is that it?
That's it.
Are there numbers or
No,
no?
mine's
Okay.
really straightforward.
Yeah.
I don't post as many reviews, but I do sometimes. And sometimes
But
I'll repost
yeah,
some
we'll
stories.
post like a little bong rip together, and it's just fun. We just love
Yeah.
showing good weed, because I feel like a lot of times we feel like stoners or like smokers are kind of like taboo, like it's kind of like bad or harsh, and it's like, dude, just because it's not like federally legal or whatever, sorry,
That's
but
not, I don't know.
people with alcohol are so much it can be so much like harsher for you, but that's, normalized to do all around. So I'm like, I think stoners should feel a little more safer to smoke in public and just enjoy the weed in public, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like if other things can be enjoyed in public, I feel like we shouldn't be so scared to enjoy this, because if we think this is harming people, it's actually
No,
healing
especially 'cause,
people.
like, yeah, like you said that you use it for your anxiety a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it serves so many more valuable purposes, and there's so many people who, like us, like can function while we smoke and like function better while we smoke, like as opposed, like obviously, like
Yeah.
everybody reacts differently to things. That's not
Yeah, everyone
the
has their own
situation for
tolerance and their
everybody,
own way
but
that weed reacts or affects them. But like you said, people like us who arguably need it to function, people don't understand that, and they don't understand or see a way that it can help you or actually like
Right.
aid in your daily life, or
And
anything.
like on the need thing, I just got back from a
Also,
vacation
the lighter. Sorry.
where fuck my bad. Where I went on like a week-long tea break for the first time in years, and I was really scared because I also smoke daily, and so I was very nervous. And to be honest, though, I made it. Like it wasn't that bad. I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm dying. The biggest thing was like for a couple of days, my appetite was strange, but after like 2 or 3 days, I got my appetite like evenly back or whatnot. But after not smoking for like a full week or whatnot, and maybe you could argue that that wasn't a long enough tea break. For me, it was long enough to know that I like can function without weed. Like I can do it. I just don't want to. Like it's just like it's just life is fucking rough. This world is rough. You know what I mean? I saw Seth Rogen or something
Yes,
talking about
it was
this one
Seth
time.
Rogen.
It was Seth Rogen. Yes. That,
Yes.
like I like that he's never gonna stop smoking because it's like why like
It just makes
this
daily
shit
life
sucks. Yeah, like,
better.
why?
It makes everything easier. It just makes everything more fun.
Yeah.
And like she said, it's very nice and, pat on the back to know that like I actually can survive without this. But I just simply choose not to. I don't need
just
to.
don't really
It
want
doesn't
to.
harm
least
anything.
now.
It doesn't, hold me back from anything. It only picks
Yeah.
us up. It only keeps us up. And yep, like he said, it just makes everything better. I love Seth Rogen. He just did a show with Snoop Dogg at the Hollywood Bowl. My sister went, and he lit this huge bong. It was fake, of course, but it was really cool.
I thought it was real when
I
saw
thought it was
videos.
real
Like
too.
naively, I was like, "That's so fucking cool." Because
know,
I
I was
like
like,
he
"No
would have
way."
access to that much weed to light it. Also, I'm so sorry, guys. I've spilled ash on your chair
Lauran.
instead of in the. I'm so sorry.
He just yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So
our favorite strain.
I would say, okay, so for sativa, we love a good tangy strain. Anything that has like those good
Like
orange
Lauran.
terps. Yeah, we love
Lauran.
those.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I would say it goes either way. People say Lorange or Larange. It's a strain by CBX or Cannabiotics. It's a really yummy sativa. It has some great orange terps in it. That one we love. I would say a really good indica. We do love we smoke a lot of cannabiotics. So I would say there's this one indica it's an indica hybrid. It's called ayahuasca, and it's incredible. It's incredible. It gives you an insane like euphoric high. I never understood what people meant by like euphoric high, and then I smoked that one. And I was like, oh wow, I know what they mean.
What was the one that you said felt like a weighted blanket? Was that
Glutopia. Glutopia is another indica hybrid by them. And immediately it felt like a weighted blanket on my body. I personally like when my body feels heavy from the weed. So like whenever I feel anxious or like I just want to feel relaxed, like I really like that feeling. And it really immediately had that effect on me and I loved it. What was another one? Oh, by Golden State. It's called Moonbeam. It's an indica, and it is also incredible. It's so sweet. It has a really nice, smooth kick to it, and it's a really nice heavy indica.
Also by Golden State, a sativa, lava flower. Holy shit, it's so delicious. I'm so obsessed with it. Every time she brings it home
insane.
from work, it just has such like a sweet, strong flavor, and I love sativa. I love sativa. I mean, all of the, I love the sativa and indica, a hybrid, all separately and all for different times of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm big on a sativa, especially because I love to smoke before like going to the gym or smoking before like doing homework or reading or like shit like that, where I still want my brain to be active and like be able to like move around. But
Yeah. I
just
would
like
say some of our
don't.
favorite brands would be Cannabiotics, Golden State. Um, there's this one brand. Do not sleep on it, y'all. They have some really great, cheap, friendly bulk buys, and they're grown by Glass House Farms, and they're grown really well. It's a brand called Allswell. They're sister companies with them. It's pretty good. You should try it. Besides that, um, I'm blanking on another brand, but basically, we like trying new stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Strain wise, like like a couple that I've just always remembered and gone from different brand to brand with is like Blue Dream, always good. Like always probably gonna be solid in my opinion. Like for a sativa, it's a sativa.
Yeah.
And then
I like a good
Girl Scout
runts.
cookies,
Yeah.
and ice cream cake,
Mm-hmm.
type hybrids or indica dominant hybrids. Something
Those
of
ones
that
are
variation.
good too.
Yeah.
We really are heavy flower smokers. Edibles, they're cool. I personally, I don't feel much from them, so I choose to just go with flower or wax. But yeah, we smoke all day, every day, and I wouldn't change a thing.
I like edibles sometimes. When I was younger, I used to get really fucking high off edibles because like I said, I started like experimenting with weed when I was like 16. And so when I would get like a package of edibles, yeah, nobody explained to me for the first time that like you don't have to take, if it's like 100 milligrams and there's 10 pieces and they're like, you don't have to take all 100 milligrams. Like that isn't the premise every time. Um, so I did like every time when I was like 16. So I ate just like a whole package of them and I was just like spinning. And there was another time when I was again that young that I was high for like 8 hours because of an edible, but that hasn't been the case in several years. To that point though, I love a little gummy at bedtime though.
Yeah.
Like in addition to smoking, I love like a little like oh help me here, CBN,
CBN,
whatever
it
one
works
helps
like
with like
melatonin.
pain. Okay,
Oh,
wait,
oh,
the
CBG.
sleep and the pain.
She likes CBG. It helps her with her migraines.
Yes, I have like such chronic migraines, so I love the CBG for that. It really does actually help with that when I feel like nothing else does. CBN
Yeah.
also does help me put to sleep because I also am an awful sleeper.
Yeah, and also it helps like if you have any like body aches or like cramps too. Like CBG will help you as well. So yeah, that stuff works great for us. And the CBN for sleep. We love a good sleep gummy. Yeah, my mom likes the drinks. The drinks are strong, y'all. Be careful. But
One time, I had like a can of like butter, like it was just the butter. I suppose it's like you're supposed to like cook things with it to like infuse them.
yeah, like the can of butter.
Yeah. But I just had like a pat of the butter. Like I just put like a pat of the butter on my tongue. Holy shit. I was so high, but also I like couldn't feel my tongue.
What?
It was so
What?
it was so strange. Like I literally like could not tell if my tongue was like in my mouth or like my mouth was open or not. And it felt like it was like just like
Oh, honestly,
flopping
one of
around
the
and then
first
was like,
times I got
"What the
high,
fuck?"
I couldn't feel my legs. I was like sitting on the bed like crisscrossed, and I was like, well, but that's what I thought. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna put my legs. I'm just gonna put my legs on the bed or on the floor. And then I looked down, my legs were already like this on the floor, and I was like, wait, no, because I swear they were like crisscrossed on the bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
sitting
happened.
like that.
Yeah, so I understand how like you thought that like your tongue was like
Yeah.
yeah. It sometimes you feel weird, you feel tingly, you don't
just,
remember.
Like, lose, like feeling in like certain parts of your body. No,
Yeah.
but that's like I don't know.
Yeah.
sometimes edibles can be tricky, and I get that.
Yeah.
But
And you got to be careful. Everybody has a different effect to
everybody
every
has a different
product.
tolerance, yeah.
Everyone has a different tolerance.
But to
Yeah.
that point, since then, like since smoking so much for so many years, we've tried to take like a lot of edibles now, like over 100 milligrams now. And don't get me wrong, when I do that, like that much, I do feel something. I do feel high. I don't feel as high as I did,
Yeah.
obviously. But
Nothing gets us like flour.
yeah, nothing like flowers. She's kind of like a stone wall though with edibles. Like,
It just doesn't
we've
work.
tried to like, I just
I don't know. I just have, like I
never
said,
felt
that
it,
year
like,
where I
no
was
matter
only
how
doing
much.
wax, like I really, like, I effed up my
Can't come back
tolerance.
from that.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Can't
kidding.
come back from
So the edibles really just, they don't work. My coworkers have taught me, like, you know, you need to eat something before you take edibles because that'll help. Like if you have something digesting, already, then that'll help them kick in. They've told me don't smoke before. Like if you're already high, then it's hard to tell if you're high from the edible.
I
So
get that one.
I've tried to be like, you know, sober before, and like still no, still like I don't feel an effect. So I'm like, well, maybe I just need to take a fucking lot. Like maybe I just need to take like 200 milligrams. Like I don't know, but I just
crazy extra
prefer to
strength
not
ones,
to.
but,
Like I don't know. I still just like I don't feel anything. I'm like I don't want to eat like 3 packs of like gummies to try to feel what I can feel with a fat bong rip, you know? So
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, people apparently used to be taking like 1,000 milligram edibles, you know, like the trap shops and stuff. I never got to experience that. So I think I need one of those. That I think that would work on me. Mm-hmm.
It probably would. Did you even smoke the joint?
Yeah, I smoked the whole joint. Oh, did you start the other one?
Yeah,
I didn't start the other one. No.
I think this was really fun.
That was the old one. This was
was
really
really
fun.
fun
I just
and
want to say,
random.
if you guys ever get invited to do something and you're like, oh my gosh, what? Do it.
I don't know.
Because it'll be really fun. And like we said, the best things happen spontaneously. And when weed is involved, you're always going to have a really good time.
We're gonna go downstairs and finish the gram of wax that we.
Yeah, and then we're going to get dinner and we're going to possibly come back tomorrow. And
Well,
who knows? Maybe you'll see us next year. Yeah. Just let us know what you want us to review next.
yeah. Again,
We
shoot
want to
our
thank
Instagrams
Rocket
again.
Genetics for
Yeah.
having us here today because, like we said, this was just such an amazing, spontaneous event provided by Rocket Genetics.
Yeah, this was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Our first podcast.
Our first,
Stoner's
come on,
Paradise.
Stoner's Paradise. Hey, we feel like we are in Stoner's Paradise. So when you watch this podcast, we hope you feel like you are in Stoner's Paradise as well. We're doing so good. We're eating. How did you feel doing your first podcast, Lauren?
I was a little nervous.
I know,
had to
I was
just
so
keep
nervous
being, like, we're just talking, and whenever like it was more just like, oh my God, what am I gonna say? Like,
I know, but it was so fun.
yeah,
I'm
no,
so
this
glad
was
we
so
did
fun.
it.
And I also feel bad because I keep spilling on the chair.
I know, Lauren. No, it's okay.
I'm really trying hard.
You
Not
do
to,
that
I'm
at home,
so
too. It's
Sorry.
okay.
I do it at home too. It's such a bad habit. I do it in my car.
The little holes in the
like-
blankets, like it's so funny.
Oh my God, I've burned so many holes. Like, because I do it with. I'm shaky in general. I'm just like a shaky person, and so I've just
And
like
weed is just messy, you know?
I dropped like nails from like the rigs like onto my beds and like blankets before and like burned
Oof.
holes, and oh my God, you have like burns from like
Oh
nails.
yeah, this
like,
scar right here is from the nail. I accidentally got too close. Be really careful, you guys. Yeah. And also don't, like we were talking about, like feeling like it's not hot enough and like you're not getting a good hit.
yeah.
Don't try
I
to
don't
make
know.
it
I
a
also
lot
don't know anything
hotter.
about, like that actually. So.
I used to be taking red dabs. Like the nail was red. That's like so unsafe and like bad for you, I think. Yeah. So I was doing that.
It can't be good.
It's not
like,
good.
it
I've
just
told my
can't be
coworkers
good.
and they like look scared every time I tell them. They're like, "Why would you do that?"
Also, we used to use propane before we discovered butane.
What?
We used to use propane, like the shit you use for like grills and like campfires.
Oh, yeah, the little green
The
bottle.
little green one. The little green one that
Yeah.
you would buy for camping trips.
My chest was low-key hurting, y'all. That was the first time I'd ever passed out in my life. Can we talk about that? I passed out, like fully passed out after a sesh of dabs. And I'd never passed out ever in my life. That was so scary. But it's never happened ever since I stopped using the propane. So just don't use that, you guys. That's why rosin's better. They don't use any of those things. No butane, no propane, no whatever. It's just whatever naturally pressed. I don't remember, guys. I'm trying. I've been in the industry for like 8 months, 9 months.
She's new, but she's like
I'm new, but I'm slaying.
the top of her store.
Ooh, don't say the top.
Okay.
Maybe one of, because this is gonna be
Y'all can hear
posted.
what you want to hear, but
There's like a good like 5 of us that are at the top,
okay. Yeah.
and I'm definitely one of them.
Yes.
We can say that for sure.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like when I first started a few months in, I was like
You're all amazing.
22% sales of my store, and I was like, wait, that's like kind of cool. It's like a big percent.
Yeah.
So yeah,
She's just doing really well there.
yeah, and it's been really fun.
That's like heavy on like it's fun when you like what you're doing or like what you're talking about at least. You know,
I hated
and, like,
restaurants.
Yeah.
But the weed dispensaries are fun.
Right. Yeah.
And that's that. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed. And we hope you guys smoke up and have a great rest of your day. Just to remind y'all, my IG is going to be Laura Andrews J.
Oh yeah. Mine is Lauran.Vance in case you want to hear more of this.
Should we spell it out or are we okay? I think we're okay. They'll find it.
L-A-U.
And then if you guys ever want to hit up my dispensary and get some nice hookups or some really cool deals, you can come down to Culture Cannabis Club in Long Beach.